Oswalt is here to brag about his new job hosting the Webby Awards. Then on Gadget Prawn, we teach you how to be a plug-and-play rock god with the Apogee Jam and Mic. Plus, Sneakerheads tries on Nike's new line of sneaks that don't use stitching. Also, the Steve Jobs biopic has finally got its writer. I'll have the details in the feed. And did life exist on Mars billions of years ago? Today's Galactic has clues. Kick off your shoes and grab a cold one. Attack of the Show starts right now.
Welcome to Attack of the Show. I'm Kevin Pereira, and thank you. I've got a bit of a Diablo hangover, so if we can keep the volume down to a bare minimum level of excitement. I want to be playing it right now so bad!
Yes, but Kevin, you played it all day yesterday.
I did not get to play it all day.
I'm Candace Bailey, by the way.
Candace Bailey's here.
We're coming to you live. Hi.
I did not get to play it all day yesterday.
You
I got to play it at home for a little while. Then I had to stop playing so I could bring it into work so that I could play during the show.
You poor thing.
And during commercial breaks, I had to like say a couple words to people and check Twitter, so I didn't get to play it all show long.
Like
so
you kept getting interrupted.
It's BS, yeah.
You got
BS.
to play the game on a show that you work on, and you didn't even have to do anything.
I should have called in sick.
But you
is
didn't.
what should have happened. I didn't get to play it. So that's, I mean, a lot of people are wondering, like, Kevin, why are you leaving? What's going on? I'm like, Diablo. That's why. I need time to power level.
Oh my
Son.
gosh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Son. Time now to run down the top things on the web.
Let's go around the net. I'm going to start it off talking about France, because if you thought everyone in France was a peace-loving pacifist, you've clearly never seen a Luc Besson movie.
Or this video of a French bully having a bad day. Like just one punch and he's out.
That was the help computer punch. Was oh help computer? Oh stop all the downloading. Smack. It reminds me of thank you to people who use the internet. It reminds me of Nintendo games. Like it reminds me of Little Mac from Punch Out when he would have to leap up to get the just do the mashup. Just mash it up.
Yes, everything is better in 8-bits.
I agree.
Now, how about something more peaceful?
Do we have to?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
Here's a clip of a tranquil day spent fishing on the farm.
Wait, you said peaceful.
Oh.
It's not.
Yeah. Tree at the end?
Yeah, well, you gotta
What's that gonna do?
You gotta create a barrier. I think that's the first time a sheep has taken a farmer from behind. I think it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from Alabama.
Right.
A couple of seasons ago, a redheaded kid took offense at South Park's assertion that gingers have no souls.
Yes, and now 2 million internet years later, someone has finally auto-tuned his rant, and it's actually good.
Red-haired people. Red-haired people. Gingers have souls. Red-haired people. God made me that way. Red-haired people. God, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. I'm getting sick and tired of everyone making fun of red-haired people. What is so freaking different? Tell me, tell me. So, God, gingers have souls, souls. You don't know me, you're not God. You don't know my soul is done. God, I don't see the difference. Gingers have souls,
Fine. Fine, internet. You win. You win. Redheads do have souls.
Yes.
They still have horrible clown hair, but they have souls
Oh, Kevin.
as well. We'll give them that.
My mom is a redhead.
I know. I have met her on many occasions. I'm well aware. Plus, I saw the drapes reflecting in the hardwood floors.
No, but my mom, she always does say that. It's so weird. She's always like, you know how you can tell a true redhead? I'm like, ew, stop! No, I don't want to hear that.
How often does your mom ask you that question?
She'll just like randomly bring it up.
what, like in a drive up at a Sonic?
Yes.
You want some ocean washer? By the way.
True redhead. Well, she doesn't show it.
Well, okay,
it's not like show and tell. She just says it. Oh, it's weird.
Her mom rides a motorcycle. She was dismounting to go and get the food. You guys with your minds are so dirty. She's got a hot mom now. She really does.
You know how gas... Hey, I want to talk about gas stations, can we?
Let's do it.
Speaking of motorcycles and all that stuff.
Sure, it's a great transition.
It's such a great transition. You know how gas stations have signs that warn you not to smoke while you're filling your tank?
I've always wondered why they were there. Didn't you wonder that? Like, why would they put that sign there?
No.
It's something to wonder.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered. Well, now we're going to find out why. With hilarious juxtaposition by the Ode to Warmth, Hot, Hot, Hot.
See people rocking, get people chanting, feeling hot, hot, hot. Keep the spirits, come on, let's do it, feeling hot, hot, hot.
Yeah!
Yes, look at that.
Pay attention, spring breakers. That is how you throw a free foam party. Get a Zippo, go to Chevron. It's like a Ibiza. Just throw it out there. Don't actually do that, morons.
You know, that's an example of how something totally harmless like smoking can end up accidentally hurting someone.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about a cool summer's eve spent on the porch with the silky, rich menthol flavor of hand-grown southern tobacco. Mmm.
You know, the next time you people want to secede, I think we should just let it happen. I mean, what are we really fighting over anymore? Why quabble?
Right?
Hey, Upfronts talk time. You guys love the Upfronts, don't you?
Yeah, love some upfronts.
I mean, the Upfronts were recently held. Basically, it's for most of you who are good people and don't know what they are. It's when TV networks, they trot out their new shows and advertisers get to poke and prod at them and figure out whether or not they can make tons of money off them. It's really heartwarming. It's just a wholesome process. It really is.
Here's a teaser trailer for an upcoming sci-fi monster flick starring a lot of people you'd probably like to see die.
I'm in desperate need of some serious ASS.
Alcohol, son, sex!
What do you recommend to ease the pains of a breakup?
You gotta shut the geeks down. Now.
We gotta do something, but no one's listening.
There are white-finned killer albino sharks out there.
Excuse me?
Joey Fatone is about to perform.
Justin won't put up with this.
Stay away from the water, bro.
The Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Sci-fi really makes the best shows.
Sign me up.
The best.
You did. Proud to work with him. That shark is a hero. That shark really is. He should not stop until every orange person in New Jersey is chum. How I really feel about it. That's not how I really feel about it. I'm sorry. It's a bad sign when Paulie Walnuts is your best actor. Like when he.
Walnuts cannot act, Kevin. Trust me. No, walnuts. My Death of a Salesman rehearsals were a disaster. Willie, dear, there's no reason why you can't work in New York. You're 60 years old. They can't expect you to keep traveling every week. Learn your lines, Walnuts. Oh, you're so unprofessional. Bad. They don't study.
Is that show coming to Sci-Fi as well? because
Yeah,
I
come
will
into
watch
sci-fi.
that.
We were at the Upfronts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Really excited about
Listen, as you know, or don't know, or don't care, I've reached G4's mandatory retirement age. It's happening. They're putting me out to pasture. And with E3 right around the corner, we wanted to look back at my ode to Microsoft's design flaw, affectionately known as the red ring of death. Basically, if you had an Xbox 360, one of the original units, even for years in, it would overheat, it would crash, and you get these blinky red lights, and it would mean, goodbye, console. You'd have to send it away to Microsoft and wait to get another one. It was terrible. It was a huge problem for them.
Okay, well, here without auto-tune from August 16th, 2007, it's Distended Warranty.
The dead were rising in the mall, and those zombies, they were eating my lead. That's when I earned an achievement, so I pushed the gem, and my Xbox, it just went dead. 6 weeks later, I'm back online, and the gears of war just froze. I was praying to God it was a faulty disc. I looked down, the lights blinking. Oh no! It was a red brick of death. Consoles hotter than a dragon's breath. It was a red brick of death. Another bittersweet overheat. And I'm so pissed off. Grab the phone, dial tone, call it Microsoft. Now they'll see the dark side of me. I'm on hold. I've been down this road 13 times before. I know it's gonna be 6 weeks. I'll wait for my precious cardboard coffin and ship my next-gen paperweight back. The demon stirring deep inside wants this corporate giant to fall. But at least now I know they appreciate my call! It was a red brick of death. Consoles hotter than a dragon's breath. It was a red brick of death. Sure is a slick-looking brick. It was a red brick of death. Consoles hotter than a dragon's breath. It was a red brick of death.
Manufacturing from Redmond, Washington, places Microsoft. When a bar indicates my sorrow for my lost console, which I paid so much money for. Oh, they don't include nice cables. You have to buy them separately. Oh, that's kind of lame. Yeah.
I still love that. People still don't realize that was me and Casey Schreiner. Used to be.
Who doesn't realize
Office
that?
Jesus. A lot of people don't.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's probably better that way. Hey, still ahead. Matt Myra rates the Apogee Jam on Gadget Prawn.
It's a teeny tiny device that lets you record straight from your guitar to your iOS device.
Well, that sounds fancy. 5 out of 5. Done. Hello, Cleveland! No viewers there either? No. Well, it's time for Gadget Prawn. Welcome back, Matt Myra! Matt, you like music, right?
I sure do, Kev.
You think the kids at home like music?
I
Of course
hope so.
they do.
Yeah.
You want to make it yourself,
Right?
don't you? Or maybe you want a 14th podcast. Well, now
sometimes you need them.
that is easier than ever, thanks to a couple new products from the folks over at Apogee. I love Apogee products, actually. I use their Duet all the time.
Yep.
Today we have the Jam and the mic, which is called the what now?
It's called Mike.
Okay.
Well, it's better than like the Apogee 34974465.
You put a dash and an
Samsung,
XJ7
I'm looking
on there.
at you.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. All right, so tell us about the Jam and the mic. What do we got?
These are great. They're very compact designs. This is sort of what sets them, what sets them apart is their sort of size and function. So you have the mic over here. You have the Jam, which is for connecting your guitar. The construction is nice. They share a lot of the same design aspects. So you can tell, hey, this is the Apogee line here. Matte black finish. There's a LED indicator on the front.
Is that just for power or something like that? Or?
We'll get to that, Kevin. It's pretty cool.
Oh, deep tease.
And then we have the gain control on there. But the first thing you notice about the mic when you get it is the weight of it. It is solid.
It's hefty. This isn't for show. Like you could bludgeon somebody with this.
It's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's solid metal construction on the housing, which is great because when you have a microphone, you want it to feel like something and not like a hollow thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and the basic idea, of course, portability with both of these things, super portable.
Yeah.
And also simplicity, right?
Yeah. Simplified onboard controls. That's what we're going for on here. So they come with the LED indicator that I mentioned before, right below the logo, and it functions as a VU meter. So what that does is it'll go varying brightness of green.
Sure.
And then it will get to red when it peaks. So that tells you, without even having to look at the device you're recording to, what's going on.
So you could slap record, put your laptop or your iPad away, and be able to tell, oh, we're not getting any audio, or you have to stop shouting.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And just dial down the gain.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Watch this. Hey, I'm red.
Wait a minute.
I did it.
That's crazy.
I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down. See? I didn't have to look at anything. It's right there.
Insane.
We did it!
As advertised.
Yeah. That works
as advertised.
On both sides of the device, you have the gain, which you can control with the rocker. So that's pretty cool, too. So when you're not getting enough from your guitar, you can boost that right up.
All right. Well, now let's talk about the jam here, because this thing takes an analog signal, like from a guitar, if you will, and allows you to capture it digitally on an iPad, an iPhone, any iDevice.
Yeah, or to your computer, because the cable, not only is it a 30-pin connector, but you also get a USB cable. So this is actually very functional. So there it is right there. I'm just plugging in the guitar.
That looks complicated. Round one goes in the round thing, and then I'm lost.
And then magic just happened. Do you see what just happened? You just plug and play the device. No setup is really necessary at all. And that goes for the mic as well. There have been other products that have done this in the past with guitars, like the iRig, for instance.
What's the difference with the Jam?
The difference here is you're plugging in directly into the digital port. So it's not actually an analog signal that you get with the iRig. You're getting a digital signal right at the bottom there. The downfall, of course, is that you can't charge your iPad or iPhone while you're recording.
Sure.
So once it's plugged in, though, you just launch GarageBand. The amp settings are all there at your disposal for your guitar. So you can flip through whatever head you want, whatever pedals you want, and you are good to go.
And once it's connected, what's the experience like?
Well, overall, the Apogee Jam is a lot of fun when it's functioning.
Okay, that sounds like an asterisk that is rather important. We should discuss the when it's functioning part.
When it is functioning, it's a great way of recording your guitar on the go. However, I often lost monitor capabilities. So I was playing and an email would come in or something like that.
Sure.
And then I would go back to the device and I could no longer hear what I was playing.
Was it still grabbing a signal,
It was still grabbing a signal, but I could no longer hear what I was getting. And the only way I could really solve this was restarting the iPad itself. So that was kind of a bummer, but when it was working, it was great.
And you don't think it was user error? You weren't shredding hard enough?
Perhaps? I tried melting faces and stuff, but it was like, no, you're not going to hear this.
All right, now the Apogee mic, on the other hand, this is the first analog mic that puts out a digital signal, right?
Yes, this is the first cardioid condenser microphone that has onboard conversion to digital. I know that sounds like it means nothing to most of you, but what it does mean is you're going to get an analog signal, the warmth and clarity of the analog microphone. Sure. All the conversion is done in the body with Apogee's own hardware, and it's sent out a direct digital signal to whatever core audio program you want to use it with. So you're not limited to just GarageBand. You can use it with Logic, Pro Tools, etc. right on your Mac or on your iPad. There's like 60 different programs that will work with it, but for now, I think the GarageBand is the best one I tried to use with it.
And that sort of in-body conversion not only gets you a better quality of signal, but it also means there's no latency involved, right?
Yeah, it is fantastic.
It's spitting out the already converted signal.
Immediately, you're hearing it as you're doing it, and the quality of the microphone is unbelievable. It blew me away. It picks up exactly what you want.
I'm skeptical about those claims because of just the size alone and the price point as well, which we're going to get to. Like, is it really that good?
Yeah, it is fantastic. Whether you're doing a spoken word, like a podcast or something, or you're miking an acoustic guitar, it's really top-notch. And if I could sing, I probably would have.
Gotcha.
But I can't.
So no audio samples of Matt Lauder's finest. No. Okay, good. You can get the Apogee Jam for $99 for this guy here. The mic on its own is $199. Even comes with a tripod, right?
Yeah, it comes with a desktop tripod for it. It's pretty cool.
I'm in love with that already, but what's the verdict?
So we're going to start with the Jam. The Jam, you're getting a 3 out of 5. Now,
more of a soft rock.
Yeah, you're getting a 3 out of 5. I like the versatility. Being able to use it with your computer or your iOS device. Simplicity of design is great. Gain volume control, excellent. My problem, though, I like to hear it all the time, and sometimes I can't. So that was my problem.
You want too much from this world, Matt. But what about the mic, though? Because this thing sounded great.
Yeah, you know what we're giving this, everybody? 5 out of 5.
Whoa!
What? I know. The microphone is truly impressive, solid construction, but most importantly, the sound quality from such a tiny portable device. This thing is amazing. So if you're serious about recording your own podcast, there are enough, believe me. Or you want to record some music, this is a great, versatile, portable solution.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Matt Myra. Yes. That's it for today's Gadget Prawn. If you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetprawn@g4tv.com. But now, over to Candace Bailey.
Thank you. Still ahead, comedy lord Patton Oswalt will be here live. Woo!
My next guest was lucky enough to have cameras rolling during his finest hour. Welcome back, Patton Oswalt.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, guys. Wow.
Now, Patton, I know you don't like to overanalyze the craft. But let's talk about the genesis of the Jennifer Aniston monkey feces joke.
Yeah, how did I somehow construct that Sistine Chapel of a joke that you just saw? It really did come down to this. I think I was in a theater, and again, it has nothing to do with any animosity towards Jennifer Aniston. Sure. It's just when you see a trailer for her, any of those like beautiful people, they just show it's a variation of the same trailer. And if you look at the people around you, they all just go into this sort of zombie thing of like, that looks, I guess we'll just go.
Right, I guess we'll go.
Like
right?
We should visit that quilt store. So it would just, I'm just saying, one of these people like a Ryan Reynolds or a Kristen Bell should take it upon themselves to do a trailer like that for their next movie where it's just a monkey with diarrhea screaming. And just to create a national conversation like the movie
to create a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Like
no, that monkey's going to be at a junket.
Exactly.
And it's going to be the conversation is going to be one about like, well, how bold that she decided to do
But it's
this
like,
work.
why is the movie called Smiles for Christmas? But there's just all they showed was, and it wasn't even. It looked like a Chris Cunningham video, like that kind of murky handheld video stuff, and he's just on a metal folding table, and there's just diarrhea. You're like, what? And is Jennifer Aniston in that? Like, we should go see it.
I would. Well, here's the thing, though. Would you, if you had to pick one, would it be that movie or Hawkeye's movie?
Oh yeah, are they giving Hawkeye his own movie?
I mean, it's gonna happen. It has to happen, right? For those Hawkeye.
You know, look,
he's an Avenger. He's due.
He is an Avenger, but it's like he's an Avenger because he's a guy. He's a human that has one amazing sports skill. You know, like he's really good with the bow and arrow. So I don't know how, like...
In high school gymnasiums across the country, there's a Hawkeye in every single one of them in a mandatory PE class.
And by the way, the person, there is a Hawkeye in every gym class. You know what it is? It's a way too tall girl. That's who Hawkeye is.
Yes.
It's this weird, gawky girl that has this amazing reach and can just put those arrows, and all the other dudes that do the push-ups and get their arms short and muscular and they can't do the pulling. Yeah, the Hawkeye in high school is not the cool person.
Right.
It's the person that's just on the verge of doing like Renaissance fair stuff, and that's where they're learning archery.
Yeah, they'll be selling mead in 6
they'll be
months.
selling mead. Yeah. There's a good Hawkeye movie. He opens a mead store. That the Hawkeye movie should be he gets hit on the head again. Because I also love how they have to have him. He gets basically hit on the head and turned evil for a while. So he should go. The movie should be like he gets trapped in a Renaissance fair and thinks that he's actually
Because he's actually in the Renaissance?
Exactly. It has to save the Renaissance fair.
The thing that was such BS about that is I don't have, and this isn't the same way you don't hate Jennifer Aniston. I have no love lost for Hawkeye. It's fine. I'm sure he's a nice guy and a great Avenger.
Yeah.
But when you see them assemble in a circle and the camera's panning around them, you got Iron Man floating with his jets.
He's floating.
You got the Hulk ready to just rip a bus in half. You got ScarJo.
Yeah.
But then you got Hawkeye there, and I'm like, if any one of those aliens shot the single pew-pew of a laser, Hawkeye disintegrates.
And not only
he is not a superhero.
Hawkeye has got to be very aware of where the camera is during the pan, because the one cool thing he can do is get an arrow ready.
Right.
So if he's already done that, and then they pan over, he's just a guy go, oh, hang on, yeah, like he's got to fake that he's doing it.
He has to throw it aside and go to the quill for another one.
Even Black Widow has a lot of business. She can, cock the gun, she can spin it, and stuff like that.
Sure.
That's all he's got.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Oh, it's got to drive him nuts.
So what is your, aside from building the best romantic comedy Sistine Chapel of a joke these days, what is your life reduced to? It's certainly not sleeping.
No, it isn't. I mean, being a new dad, and I wish that people don't tell you that enough, especially when you're used to, I'm used to sleeping till noon every day. I'm a comedian. So I now wake up, no matter what happens, I have to get up at 6:30 a.m. Sure. There's no not getting up unless I go.
Unless you want CPS to knock at your door in a week and you lose the kid.
Yeah, exactly. So I know that so now I become like the boring guy in the club at shows like, well, I'd like to go up early, and please don't be offended if I leave. But it's like 9:15 p.m. is my 4:30 a.m. Is my wow, it's really late. Like maybe 9:15 p.m. to me is like, maybe I should just stay up. I mean, I'll just stay up until,
just power through.
and then get her to school, and then I'll go back to sleep for a while. I mean, something went wrong if it's 9:15 and I'm still awake.
It's like catching a flight at that point. Like I'm just gonna power through, and that'll be that.
But then power through.
But you have the great side effect of insane hallucinations now.
Yeah,
you don't have to go.
Even now, I have this weird. There's a light hallucination going on right now from sleeplessness. You kind of have, and by the way, it's partially from how you're lit. There's sort of a slight. Well,
Good, thank you for blaming it on the lighting.
Well, no, I mean it's just there's a little tracer coming off of you. Yeah, like those little light tracers everywhere. And then, I mean, I know that the people at home are hearing jolly laughter. I'm hearing a cavern of demons because I have that weird kind of hallucinatory no sleep going on.
But the demons are really enjoying this interview, or they're telling you to kill?
They're enjoying the interview, but they're mocking me.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. There's kind of some mockery going on.
I'll tell you, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to whip those demons into shape, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the Webby Awards.
Oh, groovy.
Because I mean, we got the graphic on the monitor. We might as well do it.
Oh, yeah.
Stick around. More with Patton Oswalt after this. Man. The demons are clapping their wings.
Oh, my God.
In anger. Hey, you caught us in the middle of a casual chit-chat. It happens here.
We never stopped talking. You did some really good stuff.
That was really good stuff. Now let's get back to the mechanics of this whole interview job and talk about the Webby Awards.
Okay.
I heart the Webbies because they cover everything that we love, and they're in the space. Are you excited to host this thing? Are you nervous?
I am excited because they do the awards are actually very cool, and they're stuff that I actually kind of care about a little bit. On the other hand, I'm very nervous because I'm very aware of how when I'm on Twitter or Facebook and I'm being very mean and snarky about stuff that I'm watching on TV. So I'm going to have that entire there's going to be an army of me's, tweeting and going, that's stupid.
Yeah, there's laser focus on your performance right there.
And I deserve it. Like it's the karmic wheel coming to crush me now. It's all coming back. So,
well, I mean, with a show like that, like I said nervous. Do you get nervous anymore, or does that adjective not enter your?
I always, it would be a lie to say that I don't get nervous anymore. I always get nervous because I'm trying to do new stuff on stage.
Sure.
Especially because I remember, not to drop a name, but I was talking to Chris Rock, and he said something that he said to a lot of other comedians, and it's so true. He goes, if you put out an album or do a special, which I just did. If you go out on the road and that album's out, and then you do that album,
right?
They'll be very happy, and they'll never come see you again.
Right, that's it. They don't want to run that risk.
That's all he does, yeah. So you have to always have new stuff ready. And also, there are times, or there's a part of me that's always performing for my circle of friends, and my friends are so funny that I want it to be at the level that they're at.
Who's in your T-Mobile 5? Who's in your do they still do that anymore?
Well, like the people that in my mind, I always want to be as funny as are people like Brian Posehn and Maria Bamford and Paul F. Tompkins and Louis C.K. and Sarah Silverman. And
haven't heard of any of those people, but I'm
yeah, I know they're all. You'll hear about them in a few years.
Okay, good, up and comers.
But then there also is this wave right now of up and comers like Hannibal Buress and Kyle Kinane that are just amazing, and I want to be
take their legs out from under them.
No, I mean
screw them.
I just want to still feel like I'm vital because I know what it's like to be that age and have all that creativity to burn.
Sure.
And you don't want to ever lose the kind of joy of that. Even people there are people now that I follow on Twitter, people like Megan Amram and Shelby Farrow that are literally, they're thinking of being comedians and they're funnier than I was at their age.
Right.
So there's just that, like, the good thing about the internet is it opens a lot of doors for people, but the bad thing for someone like me is I'm exposed to how great everything is in comedy right now.
Does that keeps you on your toes a little bit? That
keeps
adds fuel to your fire?
It keeps you very on your toes.
Because it keeps me in a corner crying under a trench coat.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it's like, they're all so much better. Oh, my God.
See, then in a way, you're in a safer place, though, because you have to do less work than me.
That is true.
If I could just do the Pink Floyd The Wall, just curled up in my hotel room, shaving my eyebrows off, that would be great.
It'd be and it'd be an awesome look for you.
Yeah, I'm still going down to the Irvine Improv and trying to impress people so I can have sharp stuff all the time.
Well, then what about the people that do impress you, like your idols, when you get to meet them now, when you host these shows and you go out? Like,
well, what I've learned is, like I've gotten to host a lot of award shows this past year, so I've literally met people like, not just comedic idols. I've met Clint Eastwood, I've met Martin Scorsese, and so what my thing is, I walk up to them and I just go, hey, I just want to say thank you and you know why. And if they usually they'll just go, hey, that I really appreciate that. You can tell who doesn't want to talk and who wants to.
Sure.
So Clint Eastwood, who was super nice, I offered him a scotch. I go because I just wanted to go. I had a scotch with Clint Eastwood.
Of course, very gentlemanly.
And he was like, last time I had scotch, I was 17. I ended up wandering down the road. And like he was being polite and going, I don't want to have a drink with him. That's totally cool. And then Martin Scorsese, we talked for like 45 minutes about movies and Timothy Carey and porn, and it just
Wait, what?
it was really funny because his first feature is this great movie called Who's That Knocking at My Door, and to get distribution, the distributor that he was either working with said you need to put in a sex scene. So if you watch Who's That Knocking at My Door, and you can get it on iTunes, just watch it. It's his first film, and even like he was a guy that just had formed out of the gate. Like he had all of the stuff.
He was the baby gazelle that gets born and is fawning,
just, like,
just leaping through the forest right away.
Not only is it running, it's like beating up lions. Like that is how ready he was. There is the most, it's almost like an FU to his distributor, the most clumsily inserted sex scene where it's Harvey Keitel.
Pun intended, I hope. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that'd be a great name for a porno. Clumsily inserted.
Clumsily inserted.
Yeah, exactly.
Starring Patton Oswalt and Kevin Pereira.
If Jerry Lewis made a porn, it would be called Clumsily Inserted.
So there's just like a jump cut to a random sex scene, and then
there's a dream sequence of just Harvey Keitel naked on a bed with 3 naked girls crawling all over him, and it's just like this. You could literally hear Martin Scorsese going, "You want a sex scene? Boom, here it is."
There you go.
Now back to my story. It's so great.
You give us one of those at the Webby Awards, we'll be talking about your hosting job for years and years to come. Just a little kernel.
I think me nude in a bed would break the internet.
That would. That would clog the series of tubes.
Yeah.
Well, Patton, good luck with the game. We will all be watching.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
And the special's amazing as well. It really is.
I appreciate
really
it.
Phenomenal. Patton Oswalt, everybody. You can buy Finest Hour now, and again, watch the Webbies live this coming Monday evening. Right now, we're going to outer space!
The search for alien life has always been a driving force behind our space program. While a recent discovery may not have uncovered little green men, it did find something that astronomers are calling a historic achievement. For the first time in history, astronomers were able to detect light from an alien planet similar to our own using NASA's infrared Spitzer telescope. Known as 55 Cancri, it's being called a super Earth because it's twice as wide and has about 8 times the mass of our own planet. While this isn't the first time Spitzer has been able to detect light from an alien world, scientists say it is the first time light from an Earth-type planet of this size has been spotted and measured. But don't expect a vacation on the super Earth anytime soon. The light measurements revealed that the surface temperature on 55 Cancri can reach up to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. While it may be completely uninhabitable, astronomers hope they can apply similar searching techniques to discover planets that can sustain life. Next up, we head to Mars with 2 just-released studies that offer some important new insights into the evolution of the red planet. The first is an examination of data collected by NASA's Mars rover Opportunity. The study revealed the existence of mineral deposits that are created by water flowing through rock. When this natural occurrence happens on Earth, fractures in the rock create a place for living organisms to thrive. While the water on Mars evaporated long ago, scientists theorize it could have provided a home for life billions of years in the past. In a separate study conducted by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, it was revealed that the sand dunes on Mars move on a surprisingly large scale. Researchers at Caltech discovered this shift in surface conditions after examining before and after images of a sand dune field located near the Mars equator. The data helped scientists better understand wind movement on the red planet and how it has contributed to the evolution of the Mars landscape. Finally, we travel from Mars to the asteroid belt home of Vesta, believed to be the second largest known asteroid in the universe. For the past 10 months, NASA's Dawn spacecraft has been studying Vesta, and it just returned with some fascinating insights. Scientists were able to confirm their theory that the giant asteroid may not be an asteroid at all. In fact, Vesta more closely resembles a small planet, or Earth's moon, and is now being classified as a protoplanet. Its layered interior is filled with an iron core that at one point may have contained a subsurface magma ocean. Similar celestial bodies with magma oceans would eventually form crucial parts of the Earth and other planets. This has led scientists to theorize that Vesta is a planetary building block that is over 4.5 billion years old, making it one of the oldest surviving members of our universe's earliest beginnings. The depths of space have always offered clues to the origins of our universe, but with advancements in technology and data collection, we now know even more about where we came from and where we might be headed in the future.
That breaking news always be breaking.
Here's Sarah Underwood.
Thanks, guys. Let's start the feed.
All the news you need to know.
It's Wednesday, May 16th, and here are your top stories. Hope you've got extra room in your pockets because it looks like the bigger iPhone we've been hearing about is a sure thing. Today, the Wall Street Journal and Reuters confirmed longtime rumors that Apple was looking to make the leap to a 4-inch Retina display for the iPhone 5, which is expected to come out in October. Now, that is half an inch bigger than the current size, which has always been 3.5 inches and on par with the larger Android devices currently on the market. Now, there's little reason to complain about that, but other rumors say that the next-gen iPhone will have a new, smaller dock connector, meaning all those iPhone chargers and accessories you bought will be useless. Oh, Steve, how I miss you. Now, Ed Saverin, the co-founder of Facebook, has officially renounced his U.S. citizenship. Why, you ask? Why? To dodge taxes. Yeah. Saverin, who still owns a 4% stake in the multi-billion-dollar soon-to-be public company, will reportedly save $67 million in capital gains taxes by ditching his dual citizenship. That's only a small percentage of his supposed $2.8 billion stake in the company. But his total savings could go up as Facebook hits the stock market on Friday. It's okay, Ed. It's not like our country is strapped for cash or anything. And finally, speaking of dicks, Verizon plans to put the nail in the coffin for unlimited data and kick customers off their plan even if they were grandfathered in. Soon, all Verizon customers will have to go with their new tiered data share plan set to be unveiled this summer. Speaking at a conference, the company's CFO said the move is, quote, beneficial to us. Because why worry about what's beneficial to your customers, huh? Verizon. I am Sarah Underwood, and you have just been fed. Now back to Kevin and Candace.
Sassy Sarah Underwood.
Sassy Sarah today. Will someone become the first ever American Ninja Warrior?
Whoa. Well, I don't know. With $500,000 on the line, I'm probably gonna try.
Yeah.
G4 has built the world's toughest obstacle course.
Can he make it? Oh, wow!
To find the American Ninja Warrior.
Oh!
Some will rely on their physical ability.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dan Mast. I'm 23, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
Hello, my name is Rick Pitcher. I'm 29 years old. I think I can be the next American Ninja Warrior because, well, let me show you why.
Hey, what's up, G4? It's me, Paul Diddy Darnell. I am more ready than ever for this competition.
For other athletes, it's about training.
Hey G4, Jonathan Charcher here, aka the Irish Ninja. I've pretty much dedicated all my spare time to training relentlessly for the tournament. And oh yeah, I have an obstacle course that I own and operate.
What's up, G4? My name is Adam Markowitz. I'm 25 years old. I'm an aerospace engineer.
Hey G4, my name's Hope Bracco from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm really excited for American Ninja Warrior. I'm out.
But everyone will need determination to conquer the world's toughest obstacle course. Win $500,000 and accomplish what no American has done before. American Ninja Warrior.
Check out the A&W Tweetskates to win awesome prizes, including autographed A&W merchandise.
All you have to do is follow Ninja Warrior on Twitter and tell us why you are a ninja, which is a hell of a lot easier than climbing a rock face with your fingers.
Yes.
Just saying.
American Ninja Warrior premieres Sunday night on G4. Still ahead, we have been invited to a wedding.
Epic Fail is up next. I do. Do you?
I don't.
The feed is brought to you by the General Automobile Insurance Services. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time. Looking for an easier way to shoot panoramic video on your iPhone? Then say hello to Dot. Dot is an easy-to-use, pocket-friendly iPhone accessory that shoots true 360-degree video wherever and whenever. Simply snap Dot into place on your iPhone, download their Looker app, and you're ready to shoot. Just hold the phone in the palm of your hand, hit record, and voila! Panoramic video without any frame stitching. Once your video is shot, you can scan through all 360 degrees with a swipe of a finger or the drag of a mouse. Looker will automatically upload your videos to its website, which you can share through email, Twitter, or Facebook. So stop limiting yourself to one side of the story. Head over to Cogito.com and get Dot for $49.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Tenacious D will be here to rock us live with the debut of their new music video, Low Hanging Fruit. Then we celebrate the release of Battleship when director Peter Berg gives me a guided tour of the USS Missouri. And I sit down with the Battleship cast, including stars Taylor Kitsch, Rihanna, and Brooklyn Decker.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
It is time for today's epic fail. You know, weddings are the hardest on the bride.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to pick out a dress, got to choose a caterer, you got to brush up on your MMA defenses. It's Bridezilla versus Bride Mothra.
Also, I think the chandelier has to marry someone now.
Yes, I agree. Just fail the wedding. Oh, it's thank you rodeo time. Thank you, Bull. Thank you to Patton Oswalt. Thank you to Matt Myra. Thank you to Sarah Underwood. And you know what? To you as well.
That's
you know
right.
Why?
Thank
you,
you for watching.
Thank you, Candace Bailey.
Thank you,
Just for being you.
Cabrera.
Just for being you. You show up, and I'm on thank.
Good night.
I'm gonna go play
Thank you for
Diablo.
not playing Diablo during the game.